city gas distribution companies?
Well, you know, these stocks have been down 5%, all of them in this week itself. Okay. And there have been a lot of chatter around cut in APM gas allocation. And now sources are suggesting that, yes, this has come by and it's a big cut that has come by as well. So what this means is that domestic gas which is produced is given to city gas distribution companies, which they process and convert into CNG. Usually they would get the priority and most of the APM gas. But this time around, it has been cut to near 50% versus 72% of the gas that they were getting earlier. This would mean that they will have to purchase imported gas at higher price, and that's the reason this pressure on city gas distribution companies that we've been seeing. So some of the alerts is this was applicable from 16th October, and GAIL had sent out communication to city gas distribution companies. It did not come from the ministry directly, but the private players, they went ahead and spoke to the government yesterday, is what the sources are suggesting, to increase the allocation, but it is because it has been cut down sharply. Now, this would be one of the biggest cuts that we have seen in a long time for APM gas allocation. And now, remember, APM allocation at the start of the year, it was around 85%. And if it comes down to 50%, this will be one of the biggest cuts in allocation that we would have seen. What would the impact be? Now, it would impact the margins by around 1.8 to 2.3 rupees per SCM for all the three city gas distribution companies. And this would mean that they will need to go ahead and increase prices by 5 to 6 rupees per kg on CNG in whichever geography they are. However, I spoke to some analysts and they are of the view that because of the upcoming assembly elections, their ability to increase prices for CNG would be limited. And if they are not able to do that, they will have to take a hit on margins. And the fear of margin pressure is something that the street is worried about, because right now imported LNG prices are around $11 per MMBTU, while domestic gas is around $6.50. So there's this big delta which these companies need to deal with. And that's why this cut that we are seeing on the stock prices.
Okay, so at least as of now, it's not going to hurt consumers in terms of a higher increase in, an increase in CNG prices, perhaps on account of election. But once that's out of the way, it also means higher prices for us. So inflation also on the uptick. But Kolte Patil, that's all.